Hello, everyone. Apologies, my face is still swollen, my lip is still swollen. I think I'm having an allergic reaction. Hopefully, in the next few days, it goes down quickly. It's just to talk about people who are talking about the fact that Dele Farotimi, that he has to go out and prove the allegation that he made against Afe Babalola, and that yes, there might be free speech, but there's consequence after the speech. You cannot come and do this. You cannot come and defame someone. You cannot make libelous statement against someone, and all sorts of things, all manner of things that they keep saying. Well, according to lawyers, this is the fact. Right now, what you have there doing, this is not a civil case where it is one person say this guy have defamed me, come to court and prove to the court how it is that I did this thing. It's being charged under a criminal case issue. So it is now for the court itself to prove how it is that Dele Farotimi has defamed Afe Babalola. But we know that all of these things is just a matter of corner here, corner there. It's way more than this. It's more about shutting down voices. That's why you see the Nigerian police is so invested in this case, because you look at them and be wondering, what is these things that you guys are so invested in? There's nothing, according to Dele Farotimi, that he has said that is not already out there in the system. If you check the courts and everything, and we've just seen also a WikiLeaks should I call it document that was done years ago, showing how allegedly saying that Afe Babalola and the former president Olusegun Obasanjo did have a hand in bribing the courts in, is it 2004 or 2003, a court of appeal for them to get favorable tribunal, tribunal ruling. And in that particular report, he talked about how so different the ruling between the lower court and the court of appeal was in that particular judgment. And that was a time where, for the case of governor, the last you could get to was actually the appeal court. There was no going, to the Supreme Court. And it's just something else, the different things, that have been happening in Nigeria. We'll see how this case go. But in the meantime, what Mr. Dele Farotimi, had to say.
I have told the truth. The facts are inside the court's own records, notoriously. So if people are not happy with what I have said, that's their problem. But it's not about their person. It's about the situation, the system that has allowed such levels of abuse. We cannot have a system that regulates impunity and then that licenses men to act as though they are gods and citizens as serfs that they can simply trample upon their head and then use the courts to legitimize the evil. No.
So you are saying what you have inferred in this book, to me, looks like a frustration of a lawyer who has seen the worst case scenario of what could have happened in any justice system, even in hell. And you have said, look, anybody who goes to find justice in the Nigerian system is a sheer waste of time. Does that represent your position after all said and done?
To a very large extent, you are correct. But I need to, because there are nuances to these things as well. Number one, it would be disingenuous of me to suggest that it is the evils that I saw in the system that led me to walk away from legal practice. That will not be true. I had already decided I was leaving when I turned 50. What happened in this case happened, I think, in 2013. So it's a story that took, 2012, 2013, is a story that took almost 12 years to write. So even after it had happened, I remained in practice for, I think, another 5 years before retiring. So it wasn't because of this. But when it comes to the truthfulness of your assertion that I had become disenchanted with the capacity of the system to deliver anything of value, you are completely correct. It had become clear to me that the Nigerian judicial system is completely unfit for purpose. Look, United Nations Office for Drug and Crimes was very clear in his indictment of the Nigerian judicial system. He says it is corrupt, horribly corrupt. That is not me. It is now my own experience. You know, when you are talking in abstracts and you are talking about the corruption of the judiciary, you are still speaking abstractly. What I have done is to offer my own first-hand experience within the system. I have merely spoken to what I saw within the system, what I witnessed. So where the United Nations Office for Drug and Crime can speak generally and in broad terms, where Mr. Shofunde could speak about the Supreme Court having become perfunctory with his judgment. I'm quoting him. Supreme Court judgment has become perfunctory. This is not, those are not rabble rousers. You can say Dele Farotimi is not well, he's a rabble rouser. Those are not Dele Farotimi. Those are individuals and institutions to whom you can at least ascribe some measure of temperance, unlike me. So that's what it is.
Well, you did hear what Dele Farotimi had to say, and you know, I know a few days ago, the after Babalola Chambers, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, that came out to say that, oh, he will be free if he's able to prove his case in the court. But how is he going to prove his case in the court when this is a criminal charge? So they put it under a criminal charge, and it is the police that have charged him that are going to prove that he's guilty of anything. For a civil matter, that's a different thing. And well, the lawyers in the house will be able to tell us more. If it's a civil matter, then he has to come and prove all the defamation, whatever allegations that he has made and the things that he has said. But well, we're on. Even this case, at the end of the day, this whole case, this criminal thing that they found it under, it's not a crime in Ekiti State. There's nothing like the criminal defamation or libel. It's not under their criminal code in Ekiti State. And so you just wonder, what is all of these things about? But at the end of the day, you know definitely that this is not really about what Dele Farotimi has written or not written. This is about Dele Farotimi having a voice, and how is it to put fear in people so that they will not have a voice and continue to hold the illegitimate government accountable, and also anyone who is doing anyhow in Nigeria. But at the end of the day, die na only one die we get, and anyhow with that die be, na so that die could be. Thank you so much for always watching.